Welcome back. So now that we actually have login, log out in some sense, then we're going to try and play around with this now to actually do so that we can add this to a service instead of right now where we call AF directly inside our home component. So we want to make a service now. We want to make a user service. You already know the tag, so I'll just remove this for now. So what I want to do is I pretty much want to go in and find the folder. Right now I'm actually there. Let me just jump out a bit to show you what I'm talking about. If you wanna actually install a new service, you can just do ng g for generate, s for service, and then user. And if you do it in the root here and I press enter, it'll actually place it inside the root like this. So if I open source now, it pops up with these guys right here inside the root. Now you don't want that in your case. You probably want to put it directly inside the users, because that's where all the user information resides. Because I made a user feature, just a choice I made, I'm building my folders on features. So if you want to go there instead, you need to actually go to the path, which is source app users in my case, and there you need to run the command, and then it'll actually add the user service directly inside the users folder. I think that's worth noting here so you guys understand that for next time. Now what do we need to do? We need to make a first thing available here called get users. So we're going to make that. Get users will be our first command. It'll be very basic. It'll just return the list of users. So return. And then we need, of course, our Firebase access point, and that means that we need a private, and I still call it AF angle of fire here. You can use another name there if you want to. And then I say this.af, return this.af. And now we want to actually return from a database a list of all users. So right now it doesn't know what type of observable is returning, so we're going to add a typecast here so we know we have type safe that is actually going to return an observable with a list of users from this request right here. So now we have get users ready, and let's just go and use that one inside our actual home component instead of the AF directly. So we'll go into the home component and we'll just remove here AF from here, and instead we'll add our new user service. Now to use the user service we have to do one more thing. We have to grab the name of the user service and go to our app module, and here we have to add the service as an actual provider to make this run. So you have to do this as well. Control space, and then it'll add the import up here inside imports. We now have the user service here as well ready to play around with. So there we go. We have everything available now to actually use it. So let's try and go into our home component, and instead of using the angle of fire setup here, we're going to use our new user service. I'm just going to grab the user service like this, and then we're going to, instead of doing this, we're just going to do get users. And this is going to be a lot nicer later, but let's just keep it at this for now because I am going to add to this. And of course I need to put this in front of this. I just keep forgetting that. There we go. So now we have the users available, and let's just make sure they actually still show up like they should. And there we go, they still show up. Let me just refresh one more time. Blink, there are the users. So everything is still running now. We just moved it into its own service. So next we're going to start building an actual user page to manage our users and actually be able to sign new users into our system. See you next time.